Today is Monday, November the 5th. Welcome to the Eric Mays Show. Tomorrow is Tuesday, November the 6th, Election Day. When I started doing the Eric Mays Show, I'll let you know the type shows I'm going to do is about local Flint politics. And that's what this show is about today. Today is Monday. We've got an election tomorrow, Tuesday. Normally, in most elections, when you look at the statistics and the data, only about 20% of the people that's registered to vote in the city of Flint vote. That means 80% of registered voters don't vote. So who am I talking to? Am I talking to 20% of the registered voters? Or am I talking to 80% of the registered voters? Am I talking to the people who, no matter what you say or do to tell them the truth, they're going to vote Dayne Williamson? Or am I talking to people who trust and believe in the truth, and I might can get them to give Dayne Walling a chance? Remember on my last show, I offered Dayne Williamson a chance to come on my show. He didn't take me up on it. I've offered Dayne Williamson a chance to come on the Eric Mays Show for months. He didn't take me up on it. Now, just like I watched the Bob Leonard Show, I can assure you it's people who know Williamson who watches the Eric Mays Show. The last Bob Leonard Show had Sam Riddle on it. Let me tell you what I think. 4 years ago, I ran Dayne Williamson's campaign. With about 2 to 3 weeks left before the election, we brought Sam Riddle in. We gave him a check and a lot of money to come up with political strategies on how to help us win. Some people in the city of Flint compares me to Sam Riddle. Who's the smartest political strategist? Eric Mays or Sam Riddle? I'm gonna say it to you like this. Sam Riddle and I are friends, but this election, we're on different sides. I can assure you, since Dayne Williamson didn't take me up on my offer, and since I have to vote in the city of Flint, guess what? I get to make a decision. I get to tell you from going to city council meetings, watching city government for 20 years, plus, I get to tell you because last election 4 years ago, I ran Dayne Williamson's North End headquarters. In other words, when I say North End headquarters, that's the headquarters that's responsible for trying to educate black folks on the north end of town and trying to get them to vote a certain way. That was me. If you think about it, remember where that headquarters was located. I'm going to tell you if you don't remember. That headquarters was located on the corner of Martin Luther King and Flint Park. It used to be the old Bruce's Flower Shop. I ran that. And then because I thought I was doing something smart, I brought in a little help. I brought in Christine Brown. She was my deputy. When I ran that headquarters, I traveled around the city with Dayne Williamson every day. We were in that van, and he told me what he believed he could do for the city. We talked about paving streets. We talked about dumpsters and cleaning up the city. We talked about getting ambulance services back in the fire department. We talked about creating jobs and creating businesses, Don had me believe that he was so smart and that he had so much money. He told me he was going to use 30 million of his dollars in order to make Flint become the automotive supply capital of the world. I even can remember doing a press conference at the Character Inn, which used to be the Hyatt, and I'm standing in a press conference with Joe Wilson and others, and he had brought some trucks in and said that them backs that go over the, pickup, the back of a pickup truck, tonneau covers, we was going to start that company. And then we created what was called the Millionaires Club. We had tons of people sign up wanting to be entrepreneurs and help Flint out, and he messed that up. Once Don messed up what he said he was going to do and what he baited me in to vote for him about, and I seen it, and I said, I got to get away from this guy. This guy ain't for real. Once I spotted that out, because I was with him every day. I was in his van, I was out at his house, Patsy Lou was cooking, I was driving his Bentley, his Mercedes, Bentley, Rolls Royce, I'm sorry. I believed in him. Once I used to sit in the mayor's office with him. When he first won, I used to be in the mayor's office each morning, and I would see people coming in and out, and I started to frown. I said, this ain't the guy who during the campaign, he was cussing people out. I'll say it again. He was nasty, he was cussing people out, he was tearing up paperwork. That's not my character. I had to get away from him. What I'm here today to do is tell you on this show. I'm going to dedicate this show. And he would be mad at me because this guy was a pastor on the north side of Flint. To me, he was a different pastor. He was my father, Pastor Lewis Mays. Daddy always said, don't mix politics and religion. He said to me, son, get out of politics. That's the devil's stuff. He wanted me more so in the church. This was a pastor, and you guys knew it. This pastor didn't get involved in politics. But I'm going to dedicate this show to him. Daddy, I dedicate this show to you because I'm trying to tell people the truth a day before the election. So this show, the Eric Mays Show, is dedicated to former Pastor Shiloh Lewis H. Mays. What I'm trying to say to you guys is this. I broke away from Don Williamson. Don Williamson gave me $100 bills left and right. On a Monday, he'll go $100 to $200, $300. On a Thursday or Friday, here goes another $200, $300. That's $500, $600 a week, every week, just for hanging around. This is how he gets people. The point I'm trying to make is that does not run a city. That does not run a city, giving me and preachers and certain leaders money and forgetting about the masses. See, what's important when you're the mayor of the city is not giving me and a few people money and keeping us happy and saying, go Don. What runs a city is if you pave the streets, hire police officers and detectives, create jobs, if you work with county commissioners. Now remember, you got 2 county commissioners that represent the city of Flint. One of them is Raynetta Speed. The other county commissioner is Woodrow Stanley. Now I'm going to tell you something. I hate to see Don Williamson